Okay, hello YouTube, hello Angelic, hello everybody in the Discord. How's everybody doing? How are you doing, Angelic?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good.
Have to say, I like the background.
Thank
Each
you,
week it's
thank you.
changing and it's getting
Yeah,
better. It's
we
getting.
seem to be in our our almost final form. The lighting should stay the same. Probably do a bit of tidying up, and then we might be getting to a final form until I then move house in like 4 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Uh, boo, 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 boo. Okie dokie. Yes. Yeah. You doing well?
Yeah. I just had a driving lesson and I went on the dual
Oh,
carriageway for the
cool.
first time.
Ooh, scary. Um,
Yeah, it weren't that bad actually, and I did
yeah.
pretty well. So
Did you
I'll
go to
take that.
70?
I did. Yeah,
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
like constant,
Nice.
so that's pretty good.
No, well done. Well done. That's pretty cool. Okay, and
Thanks.
how has your voice training been going? How's practice been going? How's all of that? I'll shuffle around so I fit into my shot better.
Um. So yeah, recently I've been doing a bit more practicing. At the beginning of the week, I was struggling to find time to fit it in, but
Yeah.
I was like, no, I need to make room for it, you know. I need
Mm-hmm.
to focus more on it. So I
Yeah,
have been
fair enough.
practicing
No,
where I
cool.
can, but
That's
yeah.
good. That's good. Okie dokie then. All right, well, let's do a little bit of warm up. Excuse me. Yeah, let's do a little warm up and then we'll just see where things are at. Okay? Excuse me. All right.
Oh, hang on, I really
Nice and
did that one.
smooth, nice and gentle. Okay, we're struggling to get us high there. Can we try to bring that a bit higher?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I'm hearing some pushing in your voice that isn't always there, or that isn't usually there. Do you feel like you're pushing to get to those high pitches?
Um, a little bit. Yeah, I will be honest. I haven't done these in a while
Yeah, that's okay.
since
That's
our
okay. Try
thing.
to relax
Sorry.
as you're going to. It's okay. Try to relax as you're going to those higher pitches. Okay, like
Yeah.
less effort as you go higher. All right. Think of high pitches as like they're delicate, they're made of glass. If you push too much, they're just going to break, and that's where you're having that slight issue there of tension in your voice. So nice and gentle as we're making our way up in pitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Still a
lost
bit of
them.
tension there. To help you with this real quick, try giving me just a really big, like almost melodramatic sigh. Okay, like a really big. Start from a higher pitch. Okay. Try to match that. You'll be going up into your M2.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Nice and gentle.
No. What? I'm actually struggling so much. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah, yeah,
why.
yeah. Uh,
Sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. Mickey Mouse impression. Oh, I'm Mickey Mouse. You remember
Oh,
those?
I'm Mickey Mouse.
Ah, do you hear the difference there? Oh, I'm Mickey Mouse. Oh, I'm Mickey Mouse. Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to? Sorry.
Really? Give me
Yeah.
that Mickey Mouse. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm Mickey Mouse.
Bit better. I feel like we weren't in M2 there. It just kind of sounded. I think you did mixed there. Okay, this one isn't working as intuitively for you. Let's try. Okay, we're a big like opera singer. Okay, we're gonna do a little opera tune like. I completely messed that up. Big. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no.
Try again.
Oh. That was
Looking
terrible.
for head voice, some people call it.
Yeah.
Bad name. Falsetto. M2.
Oh.
Higher pitch.
Oh.
Higher. Pretend to be like a big. Yeah, there you go. Opera singer.
Oh.
Still feel like you were struggling a little bit to get to that threshold. I feel like we're still just really stretching out that M1. So let's try another route. I'm just trying to figure out which one is going to be like instinctive to you. Just like, of course I can do that. Because there's no way you haven't used M2 in your life. Everybody does. Let's try just slowly moving up. Oh, we'll try another way of moving up in pitch. Okay? Because this one's still a softie, so it'll still help you. But we're going to hum it with one nostril closed. Okay? Get that a bit higher. Okay. Try not to put too much force into it. Like, I want you to, like, be gentle with your voice here. Keep going. You're almost there. Almost there. We just need that flip so it ends up in M2. Just keep going higher. Eventually something will have to flip.
Okay.
And let me know if you're feeling any discomfort. There you go. That's it. Okay. That was actually pretty high. When you went for it, you went for it. So exact same thing. You don't necessarily have to go that high. But if you're feeling gentle as you do so, then that's fine. Just keep doing it. And then as you get there, once you're into M2, open your mouth.
Hang on.
Okay. Now we'll just talk for a second in there, just to get you a little bit comfy. All right? I don't know. Go up to that and then tell me about, I don't know. Tell me more about this driving lesson. How'd it go? How far into driving are you?
So I've been driving for a while, since like February-ish, and the driving lesson went really well. We started off on a faster road.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's M2. Okay? So that sound is what we're looking for when we're getting a full stretch of our pitch. All right? So now going all the way back to get this warm-up done. All right? We can add a middle step if we need to, but we'll just see how you do. Let yourself slide into there nice and easily, nice and freely. You may have a break as you switch from M1 to M2. That's totally fine. But in terms of effort that you're putting into stuff, just nice and smooth as you moving to M2 and staying nice and gentle. Okay. Okay, still felt a bit effortful there, but I'm not too concerned necessarily. Make sure we're going all the way down, if that's okay. Nice.
Oh, I lost at the end.
No, it wasn't too bad. It was okay. Okay.
Hang on, I'll redo that one.
Yeah. Okay, try that one again, go a bit higher.
Oh, I lost it.
See if you can do that one again, but getting to that higher point.
Yeah.
You can try putting a little bit of pressure on your cheeks. Might help just stabilize things a bit for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I lost it again. But
oh, you so nearly had it. Are you running out of breath there, or is it just a technique issue?
no, it's just mouth just stopping.
Also, for YouTube, I have just fixed Angelic's voice. I just realized it was peaking. Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead.
I keep losing it.
Almost. Yeah. What's happening when we're losing it? To the extent that you can tell.
I think the lip trill just stops, but I might try and because I remember you saying about thinking that your breath's in your diaphragm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's just a matter of like the last of the air is where the struggle is, you can just speed it up a little bit so you have enough air left as you're coming down again. Try again. Nice, perfect, really well done, really well done. Excuse me. Okie dokie. All right, then we're gonna have a siren at the top. Try again. Nice and relaxed, remember.
I've lost it.
Try again. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. And then we'll do a siren going, we'll go down in pitch, right to the bottom, and siren at the bottom. Sorry, I ran out of breath there. Don't run out of breath, or speed it up. There you go. Okay, that'll be you running out of breath as well. Yeah, easy to do on that downwards one. I especially do it all the time because I'm like, slow it down, demonstrate. And then I'm like, oh wait, I've run out of breath. But it's whatever. It's just a warm-up. Okay, keep practicing those. Main thing to practice there is making sure we're getting things nice and light and gentle as we're moving to those higher pitches. Really want that M2 area to just be nice and gentle. You can play around with those size to help you do that. Just make sure they're starting in M2. We want just knocked my headphone cable. I need headphones. Just a longer cable. Or just wireless ones. Okay. Yeah. We can just do we're doing the sigh thing. Just make sure one super like relaxed sigh, like a full body relaxation thing. We get really melodramatic with it. And then also just starting at a nice and high pitch. And getting that full range. You can then even try doing the same thing but reverse it. So now climbing up. Might run out of air there. You can speed it up if you need to. Okie dokie. Any questions about that before we go into some actual stuff?
No, that's okay.
No? Cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okie dokie. So what I'm looking for us to do today is we've been playing around with this size stuff and we've been having this extra quality sneaking in. So first of all, how's your practice been around that topic?
I definitely feel it like creep in sometimes, but at the same other times I feel like it's not there.
Okay.
Maybe it could be, I don't know. But I also think sometimes I maybe just talk like that. Like I've noticed it sometimes when I'm just talking to someone, and I don't want to say that to act like I'm trying to.
No,
avoid
it's
it or
okay. It's
anything,
okay.
But
Okay,
I
let's
genuinely think
have a little play with it then, as normal. And then I was considering taking you down a totally different path of this, something I'm experimenting with at the moment, as a potential just completely separate way to approach this concept of size, to see if we can like drop all of those things as we basically relearn it. So we'll start off just as usual. You can tell me about I don't know, how are you finding? I cut you off early. How are you finding driving lessons? If you're doing dual carriageway, you're probably pretty close to the end now. What are you thinking about the tests? Are you nervous? How confident are you feeling? Tell me. And we'll just do our usual cheeses or cats, whatever you're preferring at this point.
I was just about to ask if I could do cats.
Yeah, cats is fine.
A bit easier.
Cats is fine.
So my driving's been going all right. I've only just booked my theory test, which is a bit late, but I've been busy with college and work and this as well, so I've been trying to manage them. But after my theory, hopefully get my actual practical test booked as soon as possible, which is closest is in like December at the moment.
Yeah, okay, so I'm still hearing a lot of these qualities in here. The issue is there's a lot of things happening and like one core thing, which is that core thing is what we're really struggling to identify, because it in and of itself is a combination of things producing that sound. So like there was definitely a much higher pitch there. I think we've got a bit of pitch conflation there. A lot of breathiness came into there. Watch out for that thing. And then we have this like core thing that is like affecting your voice, which I'm pretty certain is a combination of a variety of like tongue changes paired with mouth change and a variety of things that are happening in the oral space, which makes it, because it's like a sound being produced by a variety of factors, it makes it really difficult for us to target. So as a totally different approach, and this might not go anywhere, but I thought I'd experiment with it with you, is we're going to try going straight to voiced. We're going to skip the whispers. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to pick a specific pitch, and that will help us. The point of a whispers is to prevent a pitch conflation, because pitch isn't being produced when we're whispering, at least not true fold pitch. So we're going to go the other way you could tackle it, of going straight to voiced, but having a consistent pitch, so that when we then go through stuff, we know that the pitch is staying the same because we're keeping it the same. So to do this, and this will make more sense as I go through, there's going to be a bit of mimicry here, but like a guided mimicry. If I grab my little pitch generator, okay, you're looking to match, what's an easy pitch for you to do? We'll go for a G3, but we can move it down to like an F3 if we need to. So your pitch to match we'll start off with is G3. Try to match up. Slightly higher. Check what that's saying your note is. I feel like that's always throwing me off.
Okay, I saw G3 and then that was F3.
Okay. There you go. Sorry, I went sharp for a moment. Good.
Yeah,
Very nice. Okay. So now what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and play with a size while on that note. Okay. So we're going to keep it consistent G3. I hear that you've got the app up, so by all means use that to help guide you. Keep yourself on that G3, and we're just going to kind of play with it and experiment, okay? Try to match the sound I'm matching. You know it's not a pitch change. Don't let the pitch change. So just experiment with what else you can do with your voice to try to match what I'm doing, okay? Try to get yourself here. We're looking for a really big sound, okay? So whatever comes to mind when you're thinking big, cavernous, like try to mimic like you're British for BFG, yeah? Big BFG voice, okay? Yeah?
Okay.
Big. Yeah, keep going. Watch out pitch.
Yeah, that's getting a bit higher.
Can we go even bigger? You're doing some stuff here, which is good. Watch your mouth doesn't change, okay? So I'm not looking for a larger mouth. Like I don't want that. A mirror can help you with that, or just like pay attention to your face. See what else you can do. So I've banned mouth stuff. What else could you do? Watch out. That pitch is changing a lot now.
Yeah,
By all means, use your app to help you with that.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah,
trying
that's
to find
fine.
it, get it back.
So if you just need to match pitch for a second again. Well done. Okay, now let's get big. You hear that pitch moving?
Yeah.
So careful with the pitch. Good. I'll just. Yeah, I am accurate. Just checking that I'm not throwing you off by moving. Yeah. So big, cavernous. Okay. You can even think like opera singer. Yeah, that's getting bigger. Can we go bigger still? Okay. Now back to ordinary, but at that pitch.
No.
Match your pitch. I think you're a little bit flat. Okay. Now let's try to, on one prolonged note, okay, we're going to go from that big BFG sound or opera sound or whatever it was that was resonating for you, as however you would want to describe this. You can choose how you want to describe it, what makes most sense to you. Going from normal at G3 to this other thing at G3. Okay, so like, Okay, that was good. Yeah, slight pitch drop, but you also did the thing we're looking for. So see if you can try again, but without the pitch drop. Nice. Oh, watch that pitch there.
Yeah.
Almost had it there, and then the pitch came in towards the end. Try again.
No.
Well done noticing it though. again. Oh.
Hang on, let me just find it again.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Hang
Yeah,
on.
take your time finding it. It's okay. I think you're sharp.
Why can't I find any more?
Literally, you can use the hertz number to give you a rough
Yeah,
thing for
I
up and
am.
down.
I'm just struggling with my.
Yeah, we've maybe confused things a little bit because you're starting to pick up on this other factor that's throwing you off a bit because it sounds kind of like pitch, but also not kind of like pitch, which might be what's throwing you off, which is kind of a good thing. As we kind of flesh out what this other thing is, we're going to play with it more.
Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
getting round the area, but I can't get
Yeah.
G3.
Now let's try. Now we've got that idea. Let's try. We're going to say a normal dog to a big dog pant, okay? Okay, make sure we have the same, if we think of those as being like spelled out, make sure we have the same spelling, okay? So not a ha-ha to a ha-ha, just stick with whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you go with, but keep them the same. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Or try having them both as ha, so that you don't have anywhere to go.
No.
Ah.
Quite similar.
So start with just an ordinary, no modifications. You're just panting basically in your ordinary, and then make that bigger. Okay. It'll kind of sound like a pitch change. It's not a pitch change, but it'll sound like it to you. Yeah, perfect. There's a little bit of a mouth shape change there, but I'm not too worried because you had the size change there. Okay, that thing is what you're trying to do, but you're trying to do it out loud. All right? Oh. Okay, your pitch went up there, interestingly. But we went from ah to an ah. So let's just start an ah so that you don't end up going to ah. You're already there. Oh. Sorry. Oh. Oh.
No, my pitch went up again.
Mm-hmm. You can reset yourself if you need to. Hang on.
Am I trying to get to G3?
Yeah, G3. Or it doesn't matter what the note is. If F3 is easier, go for F3. I'm just picking a note basically.
Do I even have F3? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's okay.
No.
Yeah, watch that note. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Watch that note.
Up again.
We're getting close because I can hear you doing the thing. You're just also moving pitch in random directions as you do the thing because your mind's trying to be like, I'm so sure this is pitch, even though it's not. And we're having to teach it that it really isn't pitch, even though it does really sound like it during those whispers, during those pants. Because this is a change that you probably haven't done ever. So your brain knows pitch. It does pitch all the time. But this thing isn't something people do. So it's like, wait, what the fuck am I doing? And it keeps trying to go to pitch. It's like, I know pitch. Let me do pitch. I know pitch. You're like, no, not pitch. So keep going. Oh, sorry. Oh. Watch out, pitch. Stay on your stay on your pitch for a minute. Just spend some time staying on your pitch, really syncing yourself to that pitch. Just instead, don't bother with any modifications right now. Just stay consistently on your pitch. You can even say a sentence in it to like zone yourself into it. So F3. Okay. Yes. Okay. This is F3. Okay. Yeah, I've got this. Okay. F3. Oh. Just spend some time staying. Don't worry about trying to do anything else. Just like don't worry about the side stuff that I'm trying to teach you right now. Just repeat F3 a few times, just over and over again, just to tune into it and like even speak in it monotonously.
Hello, this is F3. Hello, yes, this is F3.
And that went down a bit at the end there.
Had a little bit of your speech pattern coming in.
This is F3.
Nice. When you feel ready, try to then do, while keeping the same note, don't stop to breathe. Oh. But when you feel ready, get tuned into that note first. Okay?
No.
Well done. Careful so the pitch move there, but also the word, like the becoming oh. So either start on an or just keep your and ah.
Yeah, I need to start on O.
That's okay though. Pitch change there.
Yeah, it did.
And if you want, go back to normal dog, big dog, to remind you of what in theory should be happening, even though it's difficult for you to hear it as the correct thing. And you can use that to then go back to what you were doing, and we can just bounce between these a little bit. Because in the keeping your pitch stable thing, you're keeping your pitch stable. In the normal dog, big dog, we're having a movement. Yeah? We'll go to smaller stuff afterwards. It's going to be easier going for big stuff for now. Because if I get you going like, and then having you over here, that's going to be a lot harder for you. I would guess. Okay, we'll do that after though. In the whispers, it probably will sound like pitch to you. Just be aware of that if you're doing it correctly.
Yeah.
Watch that pitch.
How do I go down? I thought I was going up.
That's what's happening. Your brain's struggling to like figure out what this thing is. It's got an idea of it, but it's struggling to figure it out. So it's kind of just throwing shit out of the wall, which is why you're even getting some upwards pitches sometimes. Watch that. let's try, okay, just to help you with the mouth bit. And it might help with the whispers, we'll see. Let's use the word, we'll just use the word paw, okay? Because it's close to what you're doing anyway. Paw, I'm sharp. Oh, paw. Now I'm flat. Oh, there we go. Paw. I am all over the place there. Hang on. Paw. Okay. Paw. 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 Okay.
Yeah. Paw. Am I still trying to get F3? Yeah.
Whatever notes, just as long as it's consistent.
Hang on. Paw. 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 Paw.
Make it big bear. Paw. Big giant.
Paw. Paw.
Big friendly giant. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Or however the fuck that guy is. Okay, we're getting quite big there. That was quite good. Alright, now we're going to try and go the opposite way. Alright? So we're going to be, this is going to be the hard one, okay? So if I go back to my unmodified, paw, 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 paw. We're basically doing the total opposite. If you want something to imitate, think like, try to speak like a mouse. How would a mouse speak? Or like, what other small things? I don't know, you're hearing something very, very small. Think of insert small thing here. Or like, how would a kitten speak? How do you think kittens speak? Mouse, kitten, puppy, anything like that. Okay?
Okay.
You could think, your comparison could be like Jack and the Beanstalk, like fee, fi, fo, fum, versus over here, fee, fi, fo, fum. And again, keeping that consistent pitch will help you. Watch out, pitch. Paw.
No.
Paw. Sorry, I started small. Paw. 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 Paw.
No,
Watch
that's
out, pitch.
bigger and higher.
We are getting a little bit of that. You're getting that bigger though, so that's really good. Even if you could even try like normal to bigger to normal, so you can get even smaller still than normal. Because essentially, when you go bigger to normal, you're shrinking. So if we can keep going, that might be another way you can approach it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That was perfect, by the way. Okay, pitch, but you did get a bit smaller. Also, that bigger, you were struggling with getting it really consistent before, and then you just fucking did it, and it was spot on. That was like, you just fucking, you just did it. It was fucking great. Well done for that.
Thanks. Right.
We'll try again. Normal to big to normal to small.
No, that's still slightly higher.
I'm not sure if it was or not. Do it again. That was really good. That was higher. Okay.
Yeah.
Normal to big. Then back to the exact same normal you just did. To a bit smaller. Okay?
Okay.
Watch out, pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well done. There's that pitch again.
That's that's still higher.
We're getting somewhere though. We have that big one getting pretty consistent now, which is really good to see. Because that means you've introduced yourself to this variable of size change.
Yeah.
So we just got to keep going. When we're doing that big one, by the way, I've been shouting out different things like bear or giant or BFG or whatever. Any of those like being a thing that would, or you can insert your own thing. Like what would that, if you were to like make that into a character, what is the character? What is the feature of that character that gives it that voice?
Yeah.
That's a question, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Right. Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, I just made some larger. Yeah, I'm just thinking of like a
Just
bear
thinking larger?
and how how big they are. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And it's the same with the small, but I'm
Mhm.
still struggling with it.
Yeah. That'll take time. That's okay. We've got step one though, so we'll keep going. So
Yeah.
normal to big to normal to smaller.
Okay. Po, 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 pa.
I think there was a bit of a pitch shift there, but there was
Yeah,
definitely a
there's a bit of
shrinking. Try again.
Po, 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 pa.
Watch out,
Oh,
that one.
that was
Po, 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 pa.
po. No, that was.
That was starting big. Yeah, that's okay.
Po, 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 pa.
Not quite, but we didn't change pitch, which is really good. Let's try. We'll just see if you can do it. Can you, in a single breath, go from the big to normal? So, let me refine normal again. Po.
Po.
Starting big.
Oh,
Po. Careful, we don't end up with an a.
that was
Po.
po. Po. No, one single breath. Sorry.
Mhm.
Po.
Good. Again.
Po.
Okay, slight bit of mouth, but not too much. Again.
Po.
Good enough. Okay. Now again, and see if you can just keep going afterwards with that same sound change. Try to get yourself like imitate a mouse. Po. Okay, we're moving to an a here, but I'm gonna ignore it for now to see if
focus on.
That's okay. I'm going to ignore it for now just to see if we get a size change accompanying it, the size change we're looking for. And then I'll see if you manage something there. So not worrying too much about the mouth change. Avoid it if you can. Just see how small you can go and just keep going. Okay?
Okay. Hang on, that felt.
You might take a
bit
bigger
weird,
breath. Yeah. Okay, can you go anything smaller? Okay. We are just getting
feel very
breathy. Yes. But I don't think it was getting super breathy. I think it was just because it was turning into an a. But
Yeah,
maybe there was
maybe.
something underneath that. Okay, I think that is just throwing you off. So try to keep that as a consistent or sound. Or in fact, we could now switch, because now we're going the other way. We could start on an a sound if you think you can. Oh. That was really good. That was really, really good. Okay. That was...
Was the pitch off?
I thought it was spot on. And I thought you got a little bit smaller than your default. We still need to go further, but I thought that was probably our best yet. So staying on that ah, okay. And if we're, because we had paw before to help you, we can use cat here. It's serving the same purpose as it would have been. Cat, cat. Okay, getting closer.
I've run out of breath.
Oh, yeah, take a big breath.
Yeah, I need to say it.
Cat. Okay, not too bad. Do you think you're able to speed it up a little bit? Just so we don't run out of breath as fast.
Yeah.
Okay. That's getting somewhere now. Let's try doing that again. Try to really keep it consistent note and really keep it a consistent cat. Actually, before we do that, we'll add an extra step. Excuse me. Okay. Now we're going to do it in like steps, okay? Cat. Because that'll help you to maintain a clear cat, okay? Okay, really good. That was really good. We're doing very well. I was expecting this to take more than one lesson. Okay, now go through that again and tell me about. I do not think there is more I can ask you about driving.
That's fine. I could yap about something.
Yeah, yap about something. Hells yeah, I don't even have to think of anything. Nice. So go through that again, and then give me some yapping.
Okay.
So,
oh no, that was a bit of a different change, wasn't it? Was it? Yeah.
What? The last of that, we just started to get some pitch increase. You were going so good, and then we had a little bit of pitch. Try that again. By all means, use your pitch thing as your use your app as you're going through.
To go lighter, so I might. Bring it
closer. You might just be getting quieter then. It should be able to hear you at any, because like I'm nice and light here, and it hears me totally fine. So just watch that you're not getting quieter. Could also be that you're accidentally getting breathier. I don't think I'm noticing that, but as you started talking, you did. So I'll just watch out for that and just point it out in case.
So, I live in Ipswich, which is where I also work as well. And Ed Sheeran has had a few concerts in Ipswich to celebrate him, quote, coming home. And we were very, very busy at work, and I don't like him anymore.
Okay. That's super freaking interesting. I don't know if you're noticing, because I've given you a shit ton to concentrate there. The things come back, which is beyond interesting. Now, we can definitely be getting smaller with our size, but we are moving the size variable, and then that thing comes in. Now, we did start to lose some size as we were talking there, and part of me is wondering if we have a sort of, we're doing a voice, and so you start doing this thing when you're doing a voice. That's something we'll play with. To test that real quick. Yeah, let's go. Can we go back to your M2 for a moment, just to see if I notice it in there? So, we're kind of talking over here, and then tell me about whatever.
No.
Oh. We were doing the big opera thing earlier. That seemed to get you in a bit. Oh,
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 oh, a little bit higher.
oh,
That's it. Okay, try talking like that.
oh. Hello, this is me talking with this pitch.
Mm-hmm. Try to allow, even though you're in that falsetto, allow a pitch pattern to come in while you're still in that M2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So now I'm kind of talking like this. I don't mind if you're... I'm intentionally having my voice kind of mess up a little bit there, just to show you that I don't care, because that's not what we're looking at right now. Just do your best to talk to me in M2. I just want to listen to what happens.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, oh,
Oh.
this is me talking in
That's
my
fine.
M2 voice.
No, we're definitely in
Oh,
M1
no,
there.
I lost it a bit then.
If you
Yeah.
need to, like, slide yourself up. Oh. Odd.
Oh.
You see that?
Oh, this is me talking in M2.
That sounded very breaky. It just.
Yeah, and I feel not certain if that's M2. We're bringing in a lot of qualities of M2 actually going into M2, which is very sneaky of you. That's okay, Derry. You did it earlier. I think it was when you were climbing notes. You did it earlier, and you got it, and then you had it. So let's just try that again. Like, try to just go to a high note and then start going higher. Eventually, if you keep going higher, you have to end up in M2. You can't not.
Yeah.
That's M2. Okay, try talking like that.
So this is me. Oh, fucking hell.
That's okay.
Sorry,
Climb up
I'll do
again.
that one.
So do it. We'll pretend it's a drill. Okay. Okay. So I'm now going to be talking like this, and this is going to be what my voice sounds like.
So this is me talking with M2, and this is how I sound when I'm talking.
Okay. I know what's happening now. So much has been elucidated for me in this one moment. Okay. The thing isn't a thing that is conflated with anything other than your concept of you doing a voice. Because when you did your M2 there, it came in. And when we were doing size, a completely irrelevant factor that has nothing to do with pitch or M2, we literally kept it the same pitch, you brought it in. And I bet if I did like a completely different thing, you'd bring it in. Because it's just coming when you do a something. That makes it extra tricky to remove.
Lovely.
Do you mind if we go over for a little bit, just so I can have a little thinksies? Yeah. Because I don't want to just leave you that as we come to the end of the lesson here. After we spent all that time on size, and you did such a fucking good job. I'm trying to decide, how do I get rid of a change that is very difficult to control because there's so many factors within it, that also comes in whenever we try to change anything.
I think it's just because I focus on one thing too much.
Yeah, it could be a focus thing. Size in this early stage does end up needing a lot of focus, which is going to be a tricky part of this, especially this other way that I'm trying teaching you. But again, you did really well on it. I'm very, very impressed. Part of this extra voice coming in, though, it feels like we cap ourselves on size when this extra thing comes in. Let's... Okay, that actually, as I enunciate that, as I talk through the problem, has given me an idea. This might totally not work. But it'll be a homework, and we'll have a little play of it in like for a couple of minutes, just so you know what the homework is. Essentially, we're going to go all the way back to the card, cat. And I want you to get as small as you can. And where we're currently getting for smallness, I want you to like get significantly smaller than that. Okay, just as small as you can get, like really like shrink as like beyond what you think is possible. Okay, set your target to be more than you think is possible. All right, and that's what you're aiming at. Okay, give it a go. Let's just see what happens.
Hang on, I've done it once.
Cart. Watch out, pitch. Pitch going again. Feel free to like look at your. Sorry, go on.
It's not picking it up for some reason.
There was also some breathiness coming in, which I noticed, which might be impacting it. So make sure you're just saying a very clear cat, which I think is your issue there. So like listen to the clarity in mine. I'll do two versions. I'll mimic what you're doing, and then I'll do like what I want. I'll start with what you're doing so you can hear it. Cat. Do you hear that slight bit of breathiness coming in?
Yeah.
Watch out for that, because I think that's possibly throwing it off.
Okay.
Watch that pitch.
Yeah,
Cat. Sorry, go on. Watch out pitch. They're not picking up that pitch movement for you.
It's not.
Why is it doing that? Why is it? Because I like if I can clearly hear it, it should be able to clearly hear it. There's no way.
Yeah, maybe I'll try the instead of the tone thing, I'll try the graph. What's it called?
Yeah.
The pitch waves.
I don't mind some movement on the graph if we're looking at that. Because like it's not going to be perfect, but it needs to be a roughly straight line. While you try that, I'll link you to another thing that you can try that might work better for you and might not.
I think I might have had that actually. What you're going on about?
There's either amp pitch.
Amp pitch.
There is another one I was recently sent by someone.
I'll try it quickly on voice mods.
Slight pitch increase there. Watch out.
Yeah, and it's stopped halfway. I'll try it on.
What was that other thing? Yeah. But I'll only give you again a graph, but again some slight wobbles I don't mind as long as it's staying around the same thing. Was that seeing?
I'm going higher.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's so long as you can see that, then that's good. So that's what you need to avoid. Okay. Avoid going higher. I want us to get that last little extra bit and really shrink things down. Okay. If you need to think of yourself as doing an impression of a mouse or an impression of an insect or whatever it is, that if that helps you, then that helps you. Whatever you like mindset you want to have, people do tend to benefit from like I guess it's not really anthropomorphizing, is it? But giving it a character, I guess. So yeah, that can help you. Obviously, giant would be one end, and then mouse would be my go-to for the other, but it doesn't have to be mouse. It's it's whatever. Before we finish off, there was one website I wanted to link you. I'm literally just freaking scrolling through the workshop because I know Mara linked it to me and I need to find it because it's useful for me and it will be useful for other people. I'm very sure it was linked during the workshop. Otherwise I can just book Mara for it and then send it over to you. Pitchreader.com. There you go. Pitchreader.com. pitchreader.com. I popped it in the chat as well.
Oh, yeah, this is...
So it should give you a note.
That's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So go for another set of them just to give it a go. And then we'll finish off.
Cat.
Pretty sure we're getting higher there? Is it detecting it?
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. There's your homework then. Play with that. That bit where you start getting higher, that's where we're wanting to get smaller. Okay? That's like that bit where I want us to get that jump. If we can get that last little bit, get that extra bit of smallness, then I'm hoping that that's going to kind of break us past where we're doing this voice thing. Or if not, at least it'll get us to that smaller and we can start removing the voice from the smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions about anything we've gone over today?
No, that should be good.
Sounds good. If you want to, you can have a play with, but it doesn't really matter that much, but you can have a play with like comparing what I've just shown you there with that drill, which I do not have a name for yet. You can compare that to Big Cat Little Cat, because it's basically the same thing. You're just whispering it. Good. Might help you to get that last little bit. But play around with it. It also might not help you at all. Okay.
All right.
Alrighty then. In terms of your next lesson, shall I just throw you in for usually 2 weeks' time?
Yeah.
That'd be the 28th. Yeah, sounds good.
Did
Did you want it to be? I was gonna say, did you want it to be this 2:30 again, or did you want to change it? It's whatever works for you.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll do 2:30 again.
2:30? Sounds good. Fab. All right then. Well, thank you so much for coming. And yeah, I'll see you on the 28th. And good luck with your driving lessons.
Thanks.
There it is. All right. Have a good one, Ben. And if people are wanting, bye. And if people are wanting to join over in the YouTubes, I'll be talking through some of what we've been going over in the lesson. Obviously, this is a new technique that I'm experimenting with, so I can talk to you about that if you'd like to. Just hop over to the YouTube chat or the YouTube. Just watch through YouTube. You get the idea. And here's a link for it if you'd like it. youtube.com/@trans_network. Hells yeah. And that link did not work properly. What did I do wrong? That is an E, not an S. There we go. Now the link has worked. Hey, okay. If you just want to click through, then go ahead and click through. All right, people in Discord, I will see you next time. I see typing. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Okay, people in the YouTube chat, hello. I am going to pop to the toilet, get myself good, and I'll see you in just a second. Do not go anywhere because we are going to be talking about a whole bunch today. Okay, see you soon. Hello, hello, hello. Boo, 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 boo. Yo, hi there. Okie dokie. All right. So, yeah, to talk about that lesson a little bit. Also, I saw in chat, Fren, you actually read BFG aloud to your partner. That's so fucking cute. BFG is such a nice book. I haven't read that in ages. I don't know if you saw earlier. This was so thick just a moment ago during that lesson. I couldn't take a drink from it. This is my lunch. So it was like, it's like, what, 3:45 now and I still haven't had lunch? I'm starving. Sustenance. Yeah, I made it way too thick. Yeah, so to talk about my thoughts during that lesson. Yeah, essentially, we've been struggling quite a lot with Angelic to get her using that smaller size because of this thing that happens. And you can look at the past lessons. There's this strange voice that she brings in as soon as we have that size change. And that's been really throwing me off because there's nothing about it. I've never had a student do that in that kind of a way. And the voice, it sort of has a lot of things that come along with it, but it's like they're not fundamental. Like they're not always there, which makes it extra confusing. I should move, if I move OBS here, because that's what I'm kind of looking at. I'm kind of looking more at the camera. Now I could just look at the camera. Yeah, she's been having issues with like having this voice coming in when it's not needed to be there. And it just kind of randomly comes in whenever we were getting that smaller size in the whispers. So my thoughts were, let's reapproach size entirely from scratch. Okay, we'll use a different method that I'm currently experimenting with, that being going with spoken instead of going with whispered. It's a lot harder because whispers, not only do they remove pitch from the equation, because our true vocal folds aren't able to produce pitch because they just say open when you're whispering, but also you have a size change happening. Like even though you might hear it as pitch, that's not pitch. Pitch hasn't happened there. That's not pitch at all. There's no pitch change whatsoever, even if it sounds like it. What's actually happening is that size change. Because remember, true vocal folds, they vibrate. That's how you make a sound. That's how you make pitch. They just stay open when we're whispering. So they cannot be making a pitch. Okay? So we know that the change isn't pitch because they're not vibrating because we're whispering. So even though it sounds like pitch, we know it isn't. It has to be size. Just because of anatomy. So it has that benefit of you can't be doing pitch, means they can't get muddled up because it can't be relevant. And also it helps you to get that size change happening. And so you can initially have an exploration of this. But you have the trickiness of now you're in a whisper. And how do you take those changes and bring them into voice? And that's always a struggle. Every single student will struggle with that. Because this is a modification that you've only ever done when whispering. And now we're trying to take it out of a whisper, which is, yeah, it's going to be weird. So people often struggle, which is normal. But usually the struggle will come in form of like some conflations, some things being muddled up with the change that we're getting. And eventually they get past that and we get to the size change we're looking for. In Angelic's case, we've just never been able to because of this. Every time I fix a conflation, it just ends up removing that, but that core voice that she does still being there. And because that core voice is really complex, like it's almost like an accent shift. There's a whole huge amount going into it. Like there's definitely lip changes going into it. There's definitely tongue changes going into it. There's definitely mouth size change going into it. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And then like it also tags along with like some pitch change usually comes in and some breathiness usually comes in. And I can target that pitch change and breathiness, but we still have this underlying super complex thing, which is very, very difficult to play with. Usually in a situation like that where we have something more complex that we need to rival with, I'll have a person, well, let's do more of that thing, because then we don't need to define it, we just need to add to it. And if you can do more of something, you can do less of something. And as you develop that control, you can then remove it. And we tried that, but that's still a struggle. It's still just not working. So my thoughts were, you know what? Let's redo size. And we'll go into phonation instead. We'll skip this whole whispered situation, and we'll go straight to phonation. And my hope was that whatever this is, whatever whisper is bringing into this, well, if we're not whispering in the first place, it's not going to be a problem. We can dip back and forth into a whisper every so often to help us get some size change in the first place. But the core thing would be, we'll stay in phonation. In which case, the main thing that people will always model size with is pitch. So let's maintain a consistent pitch while we try to get bigger. And we give instructions that are very, very perceptual, because we're going to really need to lean into that perception to help them actually get that change happening. So you could hear I was telling Angelic, think giant, think big, think giant, like big friendly giant, BFG, or like the Jack and the Beanstalk giant, fee, fi, fo, fum. All of those sorts of things that are going to, when Angelic would have heard cartoon characters like that, the things that voice actors would have been doing is a little bit of size change, okay? Fee, fi, fo, fum. This is a classic giant voice, okay? And that classic giant voice features a really large size, okay? The larynx gets big to do it, okay? Once we got there, which with a bit of time, like zoning in, Angelic did get that really nicely. And something I'm thinking about now, actually, the voice didn't come in during that larger size, which is interesting for the next bit. So we continue going down that line, got to big, because big's easier to start with when you're AMAB. Big's generally easier to start with, just because you do it every time you yawn. So it's something you'll have a bit more exploration of compared to small. But if we can do from unmodified to large to unmodified, well, the large to unmodified, you got smaller. So can we go large to unmodified and then do that again and again and again until we hit that small size we're looking for? And so that's why I then had them, okay, now that we have a consistent moving between large and ordinary, start large, move to ordinary, keep going. And then we also, to further help with that perceptual area, we bring in words like, okay, mousy, small. Mouse is literally the only thing that comes to mind, unfortunately. But I'm sure if we spent some time, we could think of, kitten, other words that would describe that smaller sound. Like, how would we describe, what kind of character does a voice like this? I'd be thinking like it's a mousy character, or maybe it's like a little kitten. Baby things, child things, any of those sorts of stuff would be bringing that idea. And going for characters because, again, everybody will have heard characters being acted out. It will help bring in that idea. So that's kind of where I was going. But then we had, as we start getting smaller, at some point, voice came in. And it wasn't a lot small. It was smaller, but it wasn't a lot smaller than default, which means as we start moving smaller from default, this voice starts coming in. It's the same one from Big Dog, Little Dog. So then I'm like, okay, either this is connected to smallness, or this is just connected to when Angelic perceives that they are doing a voice. Hence I then was like, okay, we'll go into falsetto. Is that voice still there? And it did come in during falsetto as well. Completely unrelated thing, but it came in. So that's making me think, okay, this is like a voice thing of like, I'm doing a voice right now. Let's do the thing when we do a voice, which is going to be harder to unpick. As I've kind of talked you through all of that, there is a thing worth noting of like but I didn't come in during the larger size, and I would wonder if it came in during like I don't know, if Angelic just did a really low pitch and just spoke at a really low pitch, like okay, and then was speaking at this really really low pitch, would it happen? I'm not sure. So yeah, lots to think about there. If being as that thing is almost like stopping us getting from that smaller size, that's why I've set the homework of like make small size the objective, because maybe the thing goes away once Angelic reaches a certain size threshold. Maybe not. We'll have to see. Because it's either that we're going from normal to large, normal, large, and we're kind of doing that, and then we're going or it's we're doing that, and we are going and another thing is showing up when that happens. And I'm trying to figure out what that is. Like, is this thing limiting size, and we're now doing this thing instead of size? Or is this thing just coming in because we're doing a thing? And we could go to a small size, and it's still going to be there. That's the experiment we'll have to find out the answer to. So, yeah, that's kind of been my thoughts during this lesson. New style of teaching size. Seemed to go well in terms of the size portion of it. So, yeah, I'll play it with more people. We'll see what it does. Yeah. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you have any questions? Any of that a little bit confusing to you? Any comments you want to make? Also, we have a plan for future stuff. What am I looking at right now? Yeah, okay. Yes, we have a plan for some future stuffs. If I head over to where's my thingy? Ah, there it is. Yeah, so you following along? Just have a lot of work simultaneously. Yeah, it's fine, don't worry. Yeah, so I'm complete aside. I'm active, in several different servers where I just give people advice and help with their voice stuff. But as I've been getting busy with Trans Network, I've been kind of slacking. It's gotten to a point now where I'm pretty much completely inactive in Trans Voice, which sucks, given that I'm like the one person that is like, I literally have the role of being an event organizer. I'm like a recognized person that does stuff there, and I'm completely radio silent there all the time, unless I'm just announcing my event, which feels A, like almost clout sharky, and two, like just not good. I don't like it. So to take the load off a bit, I had an idea of what if when people are requesting feedback, they have the option of saying, hey, this feedback, you can give it during your live stream if you want. And with that, that'll mean that like I can go over it in front of you guys. So there's like that as a cool content thing. I can go into more detail because like, you know what? I don't need headphones on. Oh, you guys don't have your music. Sorry about that. Let me get you your music on. Music. Discog. Music. Okay. Okie dokie. And that should be a totally fine volume for you. Yes, okay, that should be completely fine. Oh wait, that might be too quiet. Turn it up just a little bit. Wait, why can you barely... Maybe it's just a quiet start to a song. I now can't hear it because I've taken my headphones off, but you guys can enjoy it. Let me know if your music levels needs changing or whatever. You mean like the person asking for feedback gets it at some future live stream? Yeah, essentially. So it's not something that they have to do, and I'll still get to everybody's feedback when I can. But like in other Discords, like I'm also present in the Icky Discord, as in like the YouTuber Icky. I'm present in the voice training channel, and like I've basically been established there as the voice teacher. So at this point, it's now just people post things, they ping me, and they ask me to give feedback, which I'm fine with. That's what I established, and that's what I said. Like, hey, like I can take on this role if people want it, because there is no voice teacher there. There's just kind of a bunch of people existing. So I was like, well, fuck, I could help out. So that's what I do. And so for people that don't want it to be like their question and their if they include it their audio to be live, then like that's fine. And I'll get to it when I get to it. But at this point, I've had to say like, hey, I will do my best to check in on weekends. And that's about all I can promise. And not even every weekend I can promise. Like I just went a 2-week gap. I had like 60 messages to go through. And so I'm just sort of popping in every so often and doing this big wall of text to get through everybody, which is like not ideal. So yeah, this, I'm hoping it'd be a way that one, it brings content to you guys, and two, it's a way for me to just get through people, essentially. We also have the same thing in Trans Network, so it's just in the Icky Discord and in Trans Network that I'm introducing this idea. Hold on, I have somebody waiting for a lesson right the fuck now. Have I messed my calendar up? Oh, yeah, their lesson is starting in 1 minute. Okay, we'll be wrapping up. I totally forgot they're starting in 1 minute. Okay, live stream is finishing right about now. But I've set something up for when people ask for feedback in like the clip feedback section in our Discord. There's just a tag you can have for if you're down to have it on the live stream. Okay, we're going to have to finish there. I completely forgot that that's how the times are going to line up here. So, Lamau, see you guys next time. Fuck. Next time is Wednesday. Yes. Oh, we're going to have a really cool lesson Wednesday. Definitely swing by. 1 o'clock British time. Check what that is in your time. Definitely check out Wednesday's lesson. It's going to be really fucking good. We're going to be going with some really interesting stuff. So, yeah, check that out. Okay. All right. In that short little stream, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.